Well, the good news is when I enforce the law and clear the street of the drug addicts that have taken over 40 blocks of downtown LA, abandoned buildings that have drug addicts just lighting them on fire every other day, I will have potentially 20,000 units available to build. And with this ED1 that Mayor Bass is talking about, I met with the developer this week, Carlos, and he said, yes, she did an initiative where she fast-tracked it 6 months. It's been 2.5 years, and he hasn't been able to get his permits. And Councilwoman Rahman, this plan that she's going to build all these units, guess what? She's going to sue all the people that actually rents to the tenants, and then they're not going to even want to rent to anybody because she wants people to squat in there for a year and not pay. So without those two reservoirs filled with 117 million gallons and 5 million gallons, these firefighters had to fly all the way to Malibu and Encino to get water. So that, to me, is the most dangerous thing that the mayor put us up against. As mayor, I will never drain the reservoirs that we need for wildfire protection. There's this conspiracy now that they're empty, that they were for drinking water. But if you research it, they were actually made for wildfire protection.
Okay, that was the Republican candidate running to be mayor of Los Angeles, Spencer Pratt, hammering Democrat Mayor Karen Bass, another candidate last night, for letting problems get out of control in L.A., including crime, homelessness, the L.A. wildfire recovery. Joining us now, Steve Hilton, the Republican candidate to be governor of California, now leading in the polls. It's great to see you, Steve, again. What do you make of Spencer Pratt here? He is really delivering a knockout performance here. What do you think?
Oh, it's fantastic to see. He's got real energy. There's such rage in Los Angeles. I'm in LA right now. We had a debate last night on stage after Spencer, and people here right across the political spectrum. It's not just Republicans, Democrats, independents, just saying we can't go on like this. It's an absolute scandal, the state of Los Angeles. And then you add to that the total incompetence that led to the fires and the aftermath. It is absolutely time for change in LA, just as it is in California. And one of the things that I think there's real excitement now, I'm seeing a lot of people on social media posting images of me and Spencer together with the people that are going to come and turn things around in California and in LA. And I think that this is the year when we finally bring an end to these disastrous years of Democrat rule.
So let's get your reaction to your Democrat rival, Katie Porter, with what she's been saying. Watch this.
Do you finish it? Yes or no? Mayor Villaraigosa?
Yes.
Congresswoman Porter?
Yes, if you can build it faster and cheaper than it's been projected.
Okay. Sheriff Bianco?
No, I would rather arrest the people that stole our money.
All right.
That would be on brand for you
Hilton.
doing things that are illegal.
So would you advocate for an increase in oil production in the state? Western states point of...
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
All right. Very good.
As governor, would you push to deport them?
And they're one of the only ways that our state has been growing in recent years.
Okay, let's break this down, Steve. Katie Porter says it's illegal to arrest people stealing from the high-speed rail project. It's now 7 times over budget to $231 billion. She wants to shut down California's domestic oil production when we're seeing gasoline in stations throughout the state at some parts. $10 have been California's only source of growth. Yeah, here's why. Because they get counted in the census. That means more government money for California. They also get counted in the jobs growth. But that's not great growth for the state, right? What do you make of what she's saying?
Of course, that's the point I made in that debate when she said that, which is this is not healthy. We need our California private sector economy to be growing. Instead, they've been growing the government and they've been growing the population through illegal immigration. That is a disaster. And both of those need to be reversed. We need to reduce the size of the government so we can cut taxes and regulations and improve our business climate so we create jobs and we don't have what we have now, which is the highest unemployment rate of all 50 states, as well as the highest poverty rate. And we need to make sure that we enforce immigration laws, whereas all these Democrats are running around as if there's no difference between legal and illegal immigration. It's unbelievable.
Got it. Steve Hilton.